Hey y'all, today's day 16. Welcome. Super excited. Um, Honestly, today has been a great day. I was off work today. I spent the day chilling with my family, watching a movie, eating pizza, relaxing. I'm gonna do the same thing in a couple of hours again. And honestly, the biggest thing that is weighing on me today is just that um it's interesting because it's about giving, but it's about continue, like, keep pouring into people, but also don't forget to pour into you. And just because you have it to give doesn't mean that you necessarily have it to give. There's some famous person that was like, don't spend it unless you got it to spend 3 times. Like 3 times, like you can buy the same thing 3 times and it won't hurt you. I think that's the same thing in terms of spiritual energy, in terms of all exchanges, because you can give to someone, but if you aren't giving to them in overflow, then you're not gonna have anything left for yourself. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing that's been like twirling in my brain. I also have just been thinking about like the things that God has in store. There's a lot of unexpected blessings on the way to y'all right now, on the way to us right now. Like things that got caught up. I feel like all this craziness that's happening in the world is because there was a sense of stagnant energy, and God was like, "Hey, bruh, we need to break that on up because the things that need to get to my people need to get to my people." Almost everyone I know is going through some type of transition or has gone through some big transition this year because of a natural disaster or because of something within finances or whatever the case may be. And I'm really thinking and believing that the reason that is happening is because God doesn't want you in the same place anymore, because basically there's a different address that your blessings have than the one that you're currently at. And you have to be at the address in order to receive it. So you have to be able to move in order to receive it. Earlier this week, I had some unexpected money come along, and it came at a very amazing time. One, at a time where like I said, I'm moving around and stuff like that, but now, I have a space to myself, one, and then two, being able to move around and the things that I needed to do with that income. Like I had been giving this money to a certain fund for a long time, all this year, and didn't even know that I was giving it until I got a letter in the mail that was like, "Hey, you got this money here and you haven't done anything with it. You need to activate this account." And I was like, "Hold up." So obviously I went to go check it out. I'm like, "Bro, what you mean? Like I've been giving money and didn't even notice that it was coming out of my check." And there was somewhere that God had his own account for me, that money waiting for me in a time where I needed that money. And that is happening with you too. So, you know how I told you, I asked God, I said, "Show me the things that I cannot see." And these are the things that are starting to come into play. Like, I feel like things are starting to be a lot more calmer within my relationships and things like that, because the energy of craziness and chaos wasn't the energy of me and my relationships. It was the energy that was around my relationships. So as those things have cleared away, I'm able to truly see what the energy of my person and me are, what my friendships are, what my family relationships are, and things like that, without the excess chaos that's been around, that I've allowed to be around. But I was also watching like Percy Jackson, and basically Percy Jackson's mom was with this stank raggedy whatever man, for his whole life, because he was a demigod. Demigod is half God, half human, whatever. And they were like, she was like, I was with him all this time because he covered your stench. He covered the pretty much the godliness of your blood with his stench. And we needed that, otherwise these darker energies were going to be able to find you because of how potent and amazing you smelled. So I think the reality is you've been covered in chaos, you've been covered in destruction, you've been covered in all this craziness, because if you weren't covered in that, if you weren't covered in the shadow of God, then it would be easy for these darker energies to come and pursue you and find you, to be able to covet and take away the blessings that God has for you. But God said, no, I'm going to hold you. I know it feel like I got you in captivity, but I do have you in captivity, actually. But I know it feels like I got you locked up in a jail cell, but really I have you in a cellar aging like wine. You're getting better and better with time. You're becoming better and better in each and every moment. And I need you to see and recognize that. And it's okay if you don't see and recognize it right now. You will see it when I bring you out of this captivity. You will see why I had you there in the first place. So those are some of the things that have been going through my mind. Yeah, I'm just really praying for everybody in this time, wishing you love, peace, and prosperity and safety on this journey. Somebody out there need to watch The Prince of Egypt, Percy Jackson, or The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. You can watch all three, but somebody need to watch one of those three, and be able to, there's something that God has for you in one of those. Might be one of your favorite movies, or become your favorite movie, or something like that. But that's what I got for y'all today. Yeah, peace out.